The recent developments on international front are really very saddening. The way China is handling the international affairs and specifically blocking the India's international ventures against terrorism are really very sorry state of affairs. Lately, China has blocked India's resolution for declaring certain terrorists as international terrorists. Though these were backed by United States of America, they declared those people in their own domain varying from 10 years to 12 years back. Now when India moved that resolution in United Nations Security Council UNSC, China gave a very flimsy reason that we need time to study. They may need time to study, but what is their stake? In last 4 months, 4 times they have blocked that. Why? Against either they are supporting the terrorism or they are directly encouraging the international terrorism. We need to take those things into consideration. And the other side is that they want to protect, they want to leverage their relationship with Pakistan, that look here, we are protecting you. At the same time, Pakistani courts have sentenced those 4 people in various cases in various life terms to sentence varying from 6 to 8 to 10 years. Now we need to take these things very firmly on international front. Last week our Honorable External Affairs Minister was there in UN General Assembly. He addressed after that in the media that we are taking it very seriously. The entire country, which is always one for unity of the nation in hour of crisis, whosoever is in the government, whether that was 71 war, whether that was Kargil operation, or now, when we are faced with these difficult times, entire country, all political parties stand with the government of the day. When in 71 we were in a decisive war with Pakistan, it was divided into 2 nations. Bangladesh came out just because of the support and effort and moral support given by India, and the entire country stood with the government of the day. Now the present establishment need to see that which way we are heading. Only issuing the statements that लाल आंख दिखाएंगे, आंख में आंख डाल के देखेंगे, जो हमारी तरफ देखेगा उसका फैसला किया जाएगा, घर में घुस के मारेंगे. All these kind of statements are good for the gallery. Now people of India are very well aware of. Despite all this, still the country stands united. We have the Chinese intrusion into the state. And last to last year we suffered major losses. What happened in Galwan Valley? The young boys, they were martyred, very badly treated. What was the result? Even one single liner would have created this. We have such a big mass media reach. Our Honorable Prime Minister has so many followers. And when we say, ना कोई आया, ना कोई गया, so what it reflects? We had the neighbors around, those who were always looking towards India as their big brother, maybe fatherly figure. In last 50 years, whether we start from Afghanistan, we go to Tibet, we go to Nepal, we go to Bhutan, we go to Bangladesh, Myanmar, Sri Lanka. All these, even Mauritius also, these people depend on India for the basic needs. How dare they do that? And can they block our trucks flying to Nepal? How they can do that? That means there is something missing. How Bangladeshis are attacking their minorities, those who are majority in the country. How Sri Lanka is planning, how they are siding with the all anti-India forces and giving them, planning them and all these activities against India? Afghanistan. All these years during the ultimate conflict, America and Russian forces, India was all alone pursuing the Panchsheel, going by the non-aligned movement. We are the biggest friend of Afghanistan. How they are treating our citizens, there are people from our own origin before the partition that was part of India. This is not the way. There is some serious crisis which we are not able to address. There are better minds, there are better brains, international strategists. But why ultimately people are concerned why this is happening? This is a serious issue which requires the early addressing by the top bosses in the country, by the establishment. If you leave by saying this, we are banning certain apps, we are banning the export, but you are importing in the otherwise. Now the China factor, we have to have a very clear-cut line. Either we are supporting or we are opposing. There may say it's an international diplomacy, but that's a bilateral issue. Why they are interfering when we are dealing with Pakistan? Why we are dealing on international terrorism? So China has absolutely no right. This is our bilateral affair here with the China. On the other side, they are technically they are supporting Pakistan, and in turn the terrorism is supported by Pakistan, so China is directly supporting the terrorism. Are they encouraging the international terrorism where everybody suffered, the entire mankind suffered? When the unfortunate incident happened in Bombay on that Taj Hotel terrorist attack, people from many nationalities, many countries were killed in that barbaric act. And many defense forces people, CAPFO people were martyred. How China can take this as on this flimsy ground? We need time. So they may need time for this issue, not for the earlier three. And this has been happening for so long. So why we are concerned? The brave Jawans of all the defense forces come from India. They are our generation. And they are raising new benchmarks. What would be the benchmark if their sacrifice goes waste, and if our people don't recognize this? Now look what happened in the Chinese conference. They were trying to show the Galwan conflict to get another leverage, that they fought bravely. Now China need to be more firm and strong, and the strong leadership to handle these issues. That means they are leveraging, the China is leveraging the India's position for their own domestic politics. This has happened in Pakistan. This has happened in Sri Lanka. So our foreign policy and the establishment need to deal with this very firmly.